You wake up, check your phone, scroll, eat whatever's easy, do the bare minimum. And you reward yourself for surviving another day, but deep down, something feels off. You're not happy. You're not proud. You're just numb. That's not peace. That's sedation. You're not living, you're coasting. Because you've chosen easy mode. The modern world rewards passivity. But real growth? Real power? It lives on the other side of discomfort. This isn't motivation. It's a wake-up call. 8 steps. No comfort. Just truth. Excuses are lies dressed up as logic. You've probably told yourself, I don't have the time. I wasn't born with talent. I'll start when things calm down. But here's the harsh truth. Excuses are just sophisticated ways of staying exactly where you are. You don't need more time. You need more urgency. You don't need talent. You need consistency. You don't need to wait for calm. You need to act in chaos. The people winning at life? They had the same excuses. They just killed them. So step 1 is a mental execution. Murder the voice in your head that justifies inaction. Catch it, call it out, and replace it with action. Most people have goals that sound nice but mean nothing. I want to be rich. I want to get fit. But a real target? It's specific. It has numbers. It has a deadline. It keeps you awake at night and drags you out of bed in the morning. Without that level of clarity, you're just shooting arrows in the dark, hoping one hits something. Setting a real target changes your brain chemistry. You stop daydreaming and start planning. You stop talking and start moving. Step 2 is uncomfortable because it forces you to get honest, to admit where you are and where you actually want to go. You're not stuck. You're just dragging too much dead weight behind you. You can't level up carrying everything and everyone. You have to choose growth or comfort. Cutting the dead weight means saying goodbye to what's familiar but useless. People, habits, even old versions of yourself. And yes, it's painful. But pain is the price of momentum. This step is brutal, but it's the difference between dragging and flying. You've spent enough time thinking, enough time planning. The truth? Action isn't the final step, it's the first. Always. Every plan you make without action becomes a prison you built yourself. No one's coming to force you out. No perfect moment will arrive. Action is terrifying because it exposes you. You can fail. You can be judged. But action is also the only doorway to everything you want. You don't need to know you'll succeed. You need to move. Every step forward steals power from fear. Every action builds a new identity. If you move, you win. If you wait, you rot. Once you've taken action, the real challenge begins. Staying consistent. This is where 99% of people fall off. They mistake motivation for discipline. Motivation is a feeling, it comes and goes. Discipline is a system built with blood and repetition. Discipline is simple, but brutal. You show up no matter how you feel. You don't negotiate with yourself. You don't wait for the perfect time. You don't allow your mind to pull you back into softness. Every small action, every workout, every study session, every dollar saved is another link in a chain you're forging. Not for today, not even for next month, but for the version of you that exists 5 years from now. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And your system must be one thing: ruthless discipline. Without feedback, you are flying blind. You think you're moving. You think you're improving. But the reality? You might be running in circles. Tracking progress is painful because it forces you to face the truth. It exposes the days you slacked. It exposes the excuses you made. But it also shows you something priceless: how far you've actually come. If you don't measure, you don't improve. Set up small checkpoints. Track your wins. Track your failures. Adjust ruthlessly. Because success isn't a one-shot event. It's brutal, consistent adjustments over time. And you can only adjust what you can see. Most people reach a small win, and then they get comfortable. They slow down. They tell themselves, "I've done enough. I deserve a break." But here's the reality. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. The second you settle, you start slipping backwards. If you want an extraordinary life, you can't stop at good enough. You have to stay hungry, disciplined, and ruthless, even after you've tasted a little success. True winners never coast. They never let yesterday's wins make them soft. They chase the next level, and the next, and the next, with the same hunger as day one. When the world says you've made it, your mind should whisper back, "Not even close." Because the moment you settle, you start dying inside. The truth is, life will knock you down. Again, and again, and again. Most people quit. They see failure as the end. But the few who refuse to stay down, they become unstoppable. Your rise must become non-negotiable. No matter how tired, how broken, how lost you feel, you rise. It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about this. Can you stand back up when everything inside you screams to stay down? Every fall is just a test. Every setback is a setup for a greater comeback. Remember, the rise never ends. Your journey doesn't end here. It never does. Because the moment you stop rising is the moment you stop living. Stay sharp, stay relentless, and above all, keep rising.